Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today I am jumping back into the 6x6 paper pad sketches that Allison Davis did. These are the one-page version. I fell out of this series a while back. I actually had to go and rewatch my own video to refresh my memory as far as had I prepped layouts, and if I did, what did they look like, so I knew what to go looking for in my room. I think I already put the sketch away. I'm going to guess and say I think that this is 13. If it is 13, I'll mention it in the description below. It's very early in the morning, so I'm trying to get this kind of out of the way because I really want to move on to some more of these sketches and kind of get them done. Now, the original sketch called for, I want to say 3 photos, and I upped it to 5. My photos are 2x2. I, a very long time ago, was given these rulers. I'm pretty sure my mother-in-law bought them and either did not like them or she bought 2 sets. Either way, I ended up with one. I always see Heather Balzer in her videos. She uses, I don't know if it's a different brand, but it's the same concept of these rulers that are supposed to make matting photos really easy. Hers are like the cute little like 6-inch size ones, or at least the one I've seen in videos. It took me a minute to figure this out, and I finally figured out that what my problem was is the little lip where you need your straight edge to catch. I had used really cheap photo paper, so it was pretty thin, and I was just kind of struggling to get it to catch. But once I kind of knew what I was looking for and feeling for, I was able to get it done. I do think it cut a little bit straighter than just me and a trimmer, and most of my edges were straight, and most of them were about the same like width. Most of the supplies that I had pre-pulled was, again, I've said this many times in videos, like I pulled 3 sticker sheets. I ended up not using any of those sticker sheets, but it's more of just to tell my brain when I sit down to do the layout that past me planned on using like this color palette or thought maybe these stickers could work depending on where the layout goes. Sometimes it goes in that exact direction, sometimes it does not. Now, this is where I went very wrong. I quickly looked at the sketch, said, oh, it's triangles. Okay, we cut our paper in half. No big deal. I went very wrong. A lot of times I don't read the instructions on the cutting guide. Like you can see my post-it note with my notes is actually covering that on the sketch. It was about this point when I cut the 8x8 square, I chose to do vellum, that I realized something seemed off. I also noticed that while I am using vellum, it's a little bit hard to discern like the edges. My normal thing would be to reach for some white paint. I was feeling really lazy this night, so I decided, you know what, more than likely I'm gonna pull in some gold with embellishments and stuff. So I grabbed a gold ink pad and inked the edges, and I actually ended up really liking it. It's really hard to see on video camera. In the stills you can see it a little bit more. Okay, here's where I'm pulling this up and I'm like, why are my triangles so big? And I'm reading her instructions and I'm still not getting it. I apparently was supposed to cut my 6x6 papers in half to make a 6x3-inch rectangle. So that's where I'm like, okay, let's make a mock-up here and let's figure out what she's talking about. I'm still not getting it. And I think the intention was to mark the middle, cut from the middle to the edge like this, and get your triangle. That's not what I did. So I kind of had to backtrack and sort of piece my triangles back together. I'm not surprised that I went wrong with cutting these. I don't want to say I hate triangles, but typically when I see a sketch and it has triangles on it, it makes me just sort of have like that internal creative like cringe, like, oh, triangles, okay. And I struggled for a very long time. I cut a lot of footage out. I turned my camera off for a long time. Between just the sizes of the different layers, the fact that I have a different amount of photos, I was having a really hard time. Eventually got to the point where I was somewhat happy with putting 4 of them on the left, putting the 5th one over by itself, and I chose to just completely ignore the fact that the sketch depicts 2 clusters in 2 different corners of that square, and I just decided that because I had already changed up the photos, I was going to need to change up my embellishing areas and just kind of go with what is going to work for my layout and what is going to work for my product and stuff like that. And that's something that I typically do, especially on a sketch, if I feel like I'm struggling with placement of items or I just don't like something. I will either completely remove it, move it to a different spot, or go my own way. So I feel like I shouldn't have been surprised that making decisions was the most difficult thing with this layout, because I haven't worked in this sketch bundle in this series for so long that I do kind of think you get in the groove when you kind of go from one sketch to the other, and you can kind of just keep going and keep playing along and stuff. I did follow the sketch for where she had shown stitching for the 4th triangle. Now, I don't know what this would have looked like had I done pattern paper, but I really liked the look of the vellum because I did want to still see the wood grain papers. And then I'm going to apologize because I'm pretty sure that I did not record a lot of the stitching around the bowling pins and me sort of shifting die cuts for a very long time. I ended up putting some scrappy YouTube videos on and just kind of binge watching some channels and stitching around the edges of the bowling pins. I think I did 5, but I only managed to get 4 of them to fit kind of in my grouping. And again, I think I would have liked this layout a little bit better if I had stuck to the 3 photos that she showed, because they were really nestled and well balanced kind of around where that orange triangle would have been. So the fact that I have increased my photos, I definitely needed to, adjust where I put them. And then I ended up there was a bunch of different stuff in that snap pack. I was really hoping that I would end up using more of the cards and stuff, but I used the letters that spelled out happy. There was a banner that said summer memories. I ended up not using the hello phrase that I thought I was going to use. I thought I was going to kind of go with a long-winded title. I ended up changing my mind on that. And then I was able to use a lot of the 2x2 squares. And I chose to kind of cut some in half, and I'm going to use some to layer behind my photos. I really just kind of wanted to have a full and kind of messy for me, strip of photos over on the left. I still want them to be somewhat organized and somewhat straight and kind of still be in my style and the things that I like. That probably makes no sense, but I'm telling you guys, this one was a struggle. It was just a lot of the inability to make a choice and the inability to kind of figure out where I wanted to put things. And the only thing that I can think of is just that it's been a while since I have played with these sketches and sort of been in this mindset. I feel like when you do a bunch of single page layouts, the first double page layout back kind of feels the same way. So I'm not surprised that I've done a bunch of 2-page layouts recently, and then shifting into a single page that's also sort of featuring not my favorite shape, and and then, you know, modifying photos and things like that just kind of make things a little difficult for someone like me. So here's like what I was saying. I just kind of wanted to have my photos be an organized mess, I guess I would say. Like, I just want to have them sort of take this left column, and then I just want to tuck a bunch of different things underneath them. That's my method for being able to bring in interest, color, not have them look so boring, and kind of have all those things. I'm explaining this terribly. Like, I just want them to look good to me. And this is the point when following a sketch where I just sort of completely give up on the sketch because I've made so many modifications that at this point I have to just go with what looks good to me. And that meant just cutting things in half, tucking them in here and there. I definitely wanted to use as many bowling pins as I could because I did take the time to stitch around them. But because I don't really have that traditional like triangle of embellishments, like places to put things, I'm just kind of focused on having this big strip of photos kind of act as one giant piece of interest, and then I have like my little piece of interest over in the right with the photo of my son by himself. This is probably why I shouldn't do voiceovers early in the morning, because it's a little rough today. But I feel like this layout in general was a little rough. I could tell that I was struggling, and that was why when I did the stitching, I was listening to YouTube videos. When you saw my phone come in earlier in the video, I was trying out a new podcast, and I think I made it through 2 episodes the night that I was putting this layout together. So while this layout looks very simple, this layout took me a couple days. It was just, I would leave it out and I would keep coming back and attempt, you know, to make decisions and things like that. So of course, by the time I got to journaling, I didn't really have anything to say other than we went to this place, we bowled, we had fun. Like, there's no story to tell. It gets so hot here in the summer that you got to kind of find different things to go do that's not just swimming. And in this case, we had gone down to a local casino that has an enormous bowling alley, and I think we only played 1, maybe 2 games. I'm the type of person that I would play for hours. My kids get bored with bowling pretty easily. They get pretty competitive, and then they kind of have that mindset of the first time that they do anything, they should be experts at it. So when they're not, they're quickly disappointed and they want to go home. But they did really good this day. Like, I think at one point I took a picture of my son and he was pointing to something. I think he had gotten like a spare. It wasn't a strike. I tried to zoom in on the photo. I think he had gotten a spare, or he had picked up a split or something, but he was playing with bumpers. But he was pretty proud of himself. I don't even remember if my daughter actually finished her game or if my son and I kind of took turns to finish her game up so that we could go home. They've gotten a little older since this trip, so I'm kind of curious to see if we took them again, if they would be a little bit more into like actually learning how to bowl a little bit better and not just sort of fling it down the lane. So thankfully we've made it to the end. I finished my layout. I'm ready to move on. I think the next video is going to be another 6x6 series layout, and then maybe a cut file layout, and then hopefully a Cocoa Vanilla Creating with Collections. I think that's the order that I'm going to go in. We'll see what actually happens. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time.